Hello and welcome to Europhoria, a podcast all about the great glam and garish from Eurovision past. My name's Roland Bodnam, and as ever, I'm joined by the delightful Isobel Chilman. Hello, Isobel.
Hey, Roland Bodnam.
How are you this evening?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks. I've got a cough, sorry. I also smashed my phone earlier, didn't I, on the way in?
Fuck.
Smashed my phone screen. But it's fine, we're smiling through it,
we're
right?
We're going to smile, there's nothing that can be done now.
There's a Hello Kitty cushion next to Roland.
She's smiling too. We're all smiling. We're going to smile our way through this lovely episode of Europhoria. It's the worst thing, isn't it, when you smash your phone?
So I'm just going to stop looking at it.
Okay, don't look at it. Welcome back, everyone. If you're new to the podcast, this is a podcast where we talk about events from Eurovision history and also attempt to create music that can be entered into the Eurovision Song Contest.
Roland does that. I'm lazy. So I don't do any of that stuff.
That's all coming later in the podcast. But first, Isobel, would you like a lovely glass of La Ville Ferme?
Say that again.
La Ville Ferme.
La Ville Ferme.
Oh, it's birthday wine. It was given to me because it's my birthday at the weekend.
Hell yeah, this weekend. Happy birthday. That was a terrible high five. Do it again.
Hey!
Yeah, happy birthday, Roland.
So if you're listening to this on Thursday, it's my birthday in 4 days. Feel free to tweet at me.
You are so desperate.
Just so I'm not lonely on my birthday.
You're going to have a lovely birthday because what are we doing, mate?
Yeah, we're going to episode 4 of the semi-finals of Melody Festivalen on the
Swedish
Saturday.
church.
At the lovely Swedish church. We'll see Eric
if anyone's around, come along to that and say hi to Roland. I'm going to put a party hat on him so you'll know who he is.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I get very excited about my birthday. So as this wine was bought for me and not specifically for the podcast, it is, of course, a screw top. So we're going to have one of those
It's quite a nice
special
sound.
episodes where we listen to a screw top being pulled off. It also means I don't spend 5 minutes struggling and making weird noises just off mic to pull the thing. You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, simple. This is good though.
Oh, we've got a little prawn cracker.
Eating a prawn cracker.
How many people have you just like absolutely pissed off because you're like chewing in their ear? Oh god,
it's a good noise.
I mean, it's a good noise, yeah.
I like it.
Here we go. Let's try this noise.
No, mine was better.
Oh shit! this has way more class. Here you go.
What's classier than me eating a prawn cracker and talking at the same time? Oh,
that.
yeah, that was alright.
That was I got a bit on my leg.
Of course you do, because you splosh it about, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Happy February, the end of February. So, shall we begin the episode with
Eurovision news.
some lovely Eurovision news. Isobel, do you have any Eurovision news?
Yeah, I've got a little bit.
Cool. That's more than what I've got this week.
Done. That's it. Over
Okay.
and done with. No, so it's pretty much the same as most weeks at the moment. Everyone's quitting in the Ukraine who's running it.
Sorry.
So that's
Good
all
luck,
going
Ukraine.
a bit tits up. People have got upset about stuff, and it'll all be fine. It'll be all right on the night.
Something's going to happen. Like, something's got to happen.
Something will happen. We're not sure what.
Lots of people will
It might
turn
just
up.
be like a ton of people in a car park.
Yeah, there might not be a microphone. Everyone will have to lean in really close to hear it.
But that's what they meant by intimate Eurovision.
Yeah.
And then there's also a ton of people that are being put through, again, still loads of countries that are confirming who their entries are going to be for the night. So we have had confirmations from the big one this week's been bloody Italy, and I can't stand it.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that.
Everyone's hyping about this massively and obsessed with it and saying it's going to win. It's this bloke singing a duff song with a bloody gorilla.
Yeah.
I think everyone's going to be fed up with it. The only reason it's got a billion watchers on YouTube is because it's a man dancing with a gorilla, and everyone goes, "Oh, it's a gorilla dancing."
It's a bit.
Is that really offensive to people that like
that's
it?
Fine. I mean, I'm sure people like it, but like, it is a bit of it's a gimmick.
It's a nothingness. It's a gimmick. And the song's not much. And also, who wants to hear some middle class white dude saying, "Oh, everyone don't Westerners put down your smartphones and stuff."
I fucking hate the.
Shut up.
Yeah, I hate the put down down.
I put down my smartphone and it smashed. All right.
Don't stop telling us to put down our smartphone.
Shut up, Francesco. It was a reet yawn fest. Everyone get over it. Stop saying it's good. I hate it. And you can tweet me angry things if you want. I love it.
Do we have any positive news?
No. Oh yeah, no. One of the funny things that happened this week was one of my favourite bits was lovely Trump getting his little brain confused and muddled again, as he does in his press conference the other day when he said, "Oh, just look at what happened in Sweden last night." That poor person from Sweden who was running the Swedish Twitter account just had to field off everything on Twitter and going, no, it's fine. And their tweet, like one of their first tweet replies, which was perfect, was like, yeah, nothing's really happening in Sweden. Everyone's just focused on Melfest right now.
Yeah, Sweden's closed for business. We're all watching Melfest.
Yeah, well, you do know Eurovision's coming up, Trump. Like, we're too busy right now to be worried about anything else.
They did, some of the good tweets as well were about the results of Melfest, saying, yeah, I agree with Trump. It was a fucking shocker last night, the result of Melfest.
Love it.
So yeah, there was some great comic responses to the comic wonders of Donald Trump. There was also a little bit of I don't know, are you going to include this in any other business? Am I jumping ahead? Your mate.
So I am still seething about that. My friend met Jedward, as apparently the whole of London has met Jedward in the last 24 hours. They're just pottering around, meeting everyone. Everyone on Twitter has met Jedward at the moment, apart from me.
They were just in someme's office, weren't they?
I think that was the BBC.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
I think it wasn't just like they hadn't just turned up for the day. But yeah, my mate, Paulie, I'm not going to begrudge him too much because it was his birthday. So he met Jedward on his birthday, which is a fantastic birthday. No, I think he just went for a run and just bumped into them somewhere.
That's the only way you meet Jedward. It's like at the end of a rainbow.
I really want to bump into them somewhere. I was hoping that when I went out today from work, I was like, maybe Jedward will be here.
Just hanging out.
Maybe I'll see them now. Nope.
No.
But well done, Paulie, I suppose, for seeing them. Good for you. I'm really happy for you.
There's your news. Slightly bitter news this week. We'll try and be a bit more positive next week.
I smashed my phone earlier,
I know,
right?
yeah.
I'm livid.
We started the podcast.
I'm always livid on your weeks, aren't I? Having a great time on mine.
I know. You got a lovely story to tell on yours, but
then you
anyway,
bring the tone down.
Would you like to know my any other business?
Any other business? Yeah, I ain't got any.
Isobel. I've met someone.
Okay.
I've met a man.
Oh God, this is what I've been waiting to hear from the moment we met.
I cannot reveal this man's identity.
Okay.
But he's an insider. He has been involved in UK Eurovision for some time. We're going to refer to this man from now on as that sounds very dramatic. It needs to be dramatic. Boom. Boom. We're going to refer to this man as Mr. X. Now, Mr. X... Mr. X has begun drip feeding me some behind the scenes.
No, they haven't.
Seriously. I have developed an anonymous source from inside Eurovision. Now, it's not the most up-to-date information, but
who cares?
From the history of UK Eurovision. So...
oh my God, this is great. You're not just making this up.
No, seriously, this is deadly serious. Do
you know who it is?
I know who it is, yeah. No, I've met this person in person.
What the fuck?
And I can't reveal their position. I can't reveal who they are. I've said it's
later,
Mr.
right?
X, but no, seriously, I've been... NDA. Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So I said Mr. X, but this person may or may not be a male, female, or other.
It should be gender neutral X.
Sorry.
Just say
okay. All right.
X.
Here we go. Deep throat. You know, like the Watergate scandal. The person who leaked the information for Watergate. It was Deep Throat.
Not that knowledgeable, mate.
Well,
I literally found out today for the first time that I have indigestion. I have genuinely never thought I had it. I thought I was just always hungry.
In pain.
I'm not even kidding. I found that out today.
You thought you were in pain, in hunger, pain.
I thought it was
hunger.
Yeah, I thought I was still hungry,
Hunger
so I
pain.
just eat again. And then I found out today that's actually called indigestion.
Oh, Isobel.
I'm not the smartest.
So, but that
I can't have you keep saying deep throat to me. No, you winked.
So, Mr. X, but that may be male, that may be female. I cannot
Who
reveal
knows?
my sources. let me tell you, he's given me 2 bits of information so far, and I feel like this is a test, not as to whether I'll leak it or not, because I'm definitely going to tell everyone the information.
They know. Mr. X knows you're going to tell people on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. So the first bit of information was that their favourite entry that was ever been sent to the selection process was a song by a lovely OAP entitled Diana, Queen of Our Hearts.
Oh, shut up. There was a Princess Diana Eurovision song.
Yeah, there was a Princess Diana. I mean...
Have you got access to it?
I have to say as well, this was several years after, like, peak Diana. So it's clearly someone has been sitting on this. I don't have access to it, but clearly someone had been sitting on this for some time and thought, you know what?
Now's the time.
Now is the time to release this song. Yeah. However, so that was just a taster, a little
I'm gonna hunt that song
preamble. Down. Here's the real juicy bit of information, Isobel.
So, am I going to scream?
And this is in relation to a story that you've told. So,
Gemini.
Ah! The song performed by Gemini on that fateful night in 2003 was originally intended and almost was confirmed to be sung and performed at Eurovision by Steps.
Oh my god! I said budget steps. How many times did I say budget steps?
You absolutely did.
Got it. I hit. Oh my god! I'm so bloody good. I'm so good.
It was basically a divide where half of the deciding panel wanted Steps to sing it and half wanted Gemini to sing it.
Who the fuck are these idiots that chose Gemini over Steps? Are you mental?
I'm with you. It was a shocker when I found out, but seriously, it was going to be Steps.
Shut! I knew it! I knew that song was a Steps song.
Yeah. Hey, good anonymous source, right?
Oh my god, I love this part of the podcast. I don't even want to know who they are. You have to keep it secret from me forever. This is the best podcast in the world.
I haven't been told when I'm meeting up with this person again. They said it would be on their terms.
And they're just going to call you from like a post box with their collar turned up and a trilby hat on covering their face.
I'm going to have to meet in the back of a multi-story car park and they'll hand me files.
Oh dear.
Mr. X.
You're horrible. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
I know my pop music.
You know your pop music.
I don't know anything else. I don't know what indigestion is. I don't know about the Watergate
about
scandal.
Deep throat.
I don't... Roland. Careful. But I know pop music. If there's one thing I know... Well, late 90s... As we've clarified before.
Late 90s
to early 90s pop music or Eurovision. Nothing present day. Don't know who's in the charts.
So that's our Any Other Business.
This is the best.
Yeah, right?
Can we make a jingle that's like Mr. X?
Yeah, a dramatic detective or like a film noir-y one.
I want film noir, yeah.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Mr. X.
Yeah, seriously. So I'm going to try and get some more information from Mr. X along the way. Isobel.
Yeah.
Your face. This week, it's my week to tell a story.
Yeah, I'm kicking back.
Yeah, you get to chill out and just sort of riff.
Just make like...
Just riff.
Booming noises while you want to tell a story.
And just
can't eat them prawn crackers though,
chew into the microphone. No, booming noise and chewing into the microphone. So, shall we begin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm not going to give it a title. I'm just going to begin.
Okay.
So, Isobel, it's 1980. And as you mentioned in our very first episode, actually, Israel had won the contest in 1979 with the song Hallelujah by Milk and Honey with Galeatari. Yep. However, as we've already said, Israel admitted that they did not have the funds to host a second consecutive year.
Nah.
So, after some scrambling, the competition landed in The Hague in the Netherlands. Some interesting contestants that year was Morocco's only ever entry, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because, you know why? Because you explained it. Because Israel weren't in the competition and Morocco refused to perform when Israel are.
Of course.
So it was Morocco's only ever performance. Belgium also had an entry with a song simply titled Eurovision, which I think is a bit on the nose.
Sake, put a bit of effort into it, guys. Come on.
And the eventual winner, which was Ireland's own Johnny Logan, who...
Johnny's won twice.
Won twice singing.
Wait. Oh, and once as a writer.
As a writer, yeah.
Yeah, good old John.
I think I might write about him one week and talk about him one week. So he's got an interesting story.
I'm going to bagsy that one now. I'm just going to say that in the podcast. Mine. Well, I'm doing Morocco then.
Oh, fine. I mean, it's only got one song, so good luck with that.
I can drag that out for half an hour, mate.
The entire history of Morocco.
Yeah.
So this week, I'm not going to talk about any of those. This week, we're going to take a look at Norway. So, taking the stage representing Norway was Sverre Kjelsberg and Mathias Hette with the song Samid Aidan. So Samid Aidan means Sami earth or Sami soil. The song was a reference to the struggles and deep conflicts between the Aboriginal Sami people and the Norwegian government at the time. So
I didn't even know there were Aboriginal people in Norway.
Yeah. So the song was in the support for the fight for autonomy that the Sami people were demanding. It had references in the song to their traditional singing, which is called yoik. And
yoik.
Yoik.
That's the sound from a cartoon where someone snatches something off like a windowsill. Yoik.
Well, this is a entire people's traditional singing, Isobel. So just saying.
Yoik.
So it described their traditional singing in their struggle against the Norwegian government as being
deadly serious,
as being stronger than gunpowder.
Ooh.
And it also features the line, "In front of Parliament where they sat, the yoik was heard day and night." They weren't stealing. This, in fact, was referring to a group of Sami, Isobel, who had been forced to resort to starting a hunger protest outside the Norwegian Parliament.
It's not funny. It's not.
We're not laughing at the hunger protest.
Yoik! I can't stop laughing at it.
Yoik. I think that's the last time I mentioned yoik, so it's fine. So this was in reference to a hunger protest which was established outside the Norwegian Parliament in an attempt to stop an entire Sami village being destroyed.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'll explain more about that later, but before we go straight into all of that mess, all of that fucking disaster, I thought we'd look a little bit about the history of the Sami so that we know some of the struggles that they've been through up to this point.
You never do a light-hearted week, can you, Roland?
I thought it had been a while since I'd done a political one, so I thought, let's do a political one.
I don't know if it has.
So here's 45 minutes about the struggles that a tribe has had over millennia.
Strap in, guys.
So, the Sami are thought to be aboriginal to Northern Europe.
Okay.
And the first signs of the Sami language was around 2,000 to 2,500 years ago. So they lived basically before there were any formal borders were established, but they were in the sort of northern Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Russia area. They were mainly fishermen and trappers.
Big sexy Vikings.
And yeah, seriously, they were fishermen, trappers, and they lived nomadic lifestyles. They just moved around. They basically were dependent, and I feel like this is quite cute. They were basically dependent on the migration of the reindeer, and they would just sort of follow reindeer about wherever the reindeer went, which is really nice. So they continued living this way, their nomadic lifestyle, for centuries actually, living off the land, maintaining their sort of nomadic lifestyle, just sort of chasing reindeer around the woods, frolicking, I imagine.
Oh, many a frolic.
And however, by this point, Russia, Norway, and Sweden had decided to begin taxing the Sami because they couldn't just let them sort of carry on doing what they were doing, of course. So they demanded a cut of their resources, which basically led to the Sami being forced to overhunt the reindeer because they had to start giving a cut to all these different places. And it meant that the reindeer basically ran out of supply, and they had to end their nomadic lifestyle and set up farms and raise reindeer and grow crops so that they had enough supplies to survive.
I mean, yeah, that sucks. Also, that's just modernisation, really, isn't it? No?
But it wasn't their choice.
No.
The first proper source of detailed information that we have on the Sami was created in the 1600s by this guy called Johannes Schäferus. And it was an attempt basically to counter some of the more sort of ill-natured rumours going around about the Sami at the time. So in particular, Germany was basically publishing a load of propaganda against Sweden, because Sweden were like making lots of gains on battlefields and doing really well because they're bloody Viking super hunky super hunks. So instead of sort of just saying they're quite hunky and superheroes, Germany put out a load of material that said they were winning on the battlefields because of Sami magic.
In the 1600s.
In the 1600s. To which I'm sure the Sami were like, no. If we had magic, we wouldn't
be in this position.
We'd magic up some reindeer meat. So Schäfer sort of conducted a number of research projects on the Sami to disprove these myths. And actually, the research was really quickly published in languages all across Europe, had a lot of pickup, translated into a load of different languages, and was starting to be read. So obviously the Sami stuff, the real Sami side, not the magic side, was starting to gain traction. However, an abridged version, which someone else had abridged for Johannes, was also released. And the abridged version swapped out chapters about difficult living conditions, topography, and the environment with totally made-up stories about magic, sorcery, drums, and heathenry.
Yay! Magic Sami!
Which, like, Johannes is like, what? No. Who did that?
What magic did they do?
They didn't. That's the point. Johannes said that they didn't.
But they did some magic, clearly, because the book had magic in.
No. No.
Yeah.
Some other.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Germans said they did magic, and then the book said they did magic. They clearly did some magic that someone saw once.
No, this is some fucking intern at the publishing house. He was just like halfway through the abridged version, was like, fuck, I'm bored. I'm going to put some wizards in this.
Now they do magic.
And drums and heathenry.
And they fly the reindeer around the sky.
Oh, Christmas.
Yay.
So far, let's just reflect now. So far, the Sami have been taxed. Let's reflect. The Sami have been taxed, forced out of being nomads, and been slandered, effectively, we'll say.
It's a fun slander, though.
Yeah, I mean...
If someone's going to slander me, I'd like them to say I'm magic. I think that's the best lie. Isobel, I heard that you're magic. No,
here's the thing, though. If you're...
Roland was telling me the other day, it's a weird thing to say, but all right, I'll go with it. Yeah, I'm magic. Fear me.
If you're struggling, though, right? If you're struggling to survive and someone just starts going, you know that Isobel, the one who looks really thin and like her clothes are all falling apart. Yeah, she's magic. So don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. She's fine.
That's fair enough. That's
I'm just thinking about the Sami people.
Yeah, me too. Well, no, mainly I'm thinking about magic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the Sami have been taxed, forced out of being nomads, and been magic slandered. And round the corner comes the 1800s. And
are we gonna get to Eurovision?
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure you said 1980.
There wasn't a Eurovision in the 1800s, but we'll get there. I'm just building up a picture of all the shit that the Sami have been through up to that point. So a border treaty was signed by Norway and Finland, who were currently occupied by Russia. And it basically meant that previously, where the Sami would spend their winters in Finland and their summers on the Norwegian coast, sounds lovely.
That's delightful.
They were no longer able to cross from one border to another, so they were basically stuck. And we all know what happens when people aren't allowed to cross borders anymore. Trump. People get upset, basically.
People do get upset.
People get upset.
It took me a while to get there. Yeah, people get
split
angry.
families apart.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't need to push it anymore. We're all aware. We're living through it.
We're very aware of what happens when you put borders out.
So about 35 years after this, where previously Sami teaching and language was sort of actively encouraged as part of Norwegian school systems, the Norwegian authorities commenced what would later be known as Norwegianization, which is basically a program to encourage nationalism.
I thought the Scandis were like liberal, cool guys.
We all thought they were.
This is in the 1800s, though.
This is the 1800s.
Everyone was a douchebag in the 1800s.
It's true, they were. So it basically banned any Sami influences in public schools. in an attempt to forcefully assimilate the Sami into the mainstream way of life.
Oh, that's so grim.
We've all heard that as well fairly recently too. So the pressure intensified in the early 1900s. We're getting there. We're nearly Eurovision.
Oh, thank God, guys. Just hold on a little bit longer.
Where Norway basically invested a whole bunch of money into effectively wiping out the Sami culture. They made it law that anyone who wanted to buy land in basically a large county in North Norway, where the Sami already were, so anyone who wanted to buy land there had to prove knowledge of the Norwegian language. And the Sami had been living there for thousands of years, had their own language, obviously had been doing fine up there without knowing the Norwegian language. So these indigenous people, who, as I say, had been living there for centuries, millennia even, were suddenly unable to purchase land where they had previously been living off it in a beautiful, peaceful way.
Everyone with power sucks, apart from Jon Ola. Everyone else in the world that has power is awful.
Yeah, mostly. Pretty much exclusively.
So grim.
So this even caused fractures between different groups of Sami as well. So some adapted to survive and allowed themselves to be Norwegianized, as they put it, and others were more militant about remaining connected to their roots and keeping their language and all these things. So there were splits even in the Sami culture. Then, obviously, there was World War II. Lovely. Not lovely. No. It led to widespread destruction of a lot of their land and buildings. And basically, once the war was over, Norway just sort of built towns on top of where they'd used to be, and were just like, oh no, we've built here now. Oh, sorry.
Oh, those cheeky buggers.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, you lived here. Oh, sorry. Oh, we've got a town here now. Yeah. Displacement.
Look at me tutting at something that happened
100 years ago. Oh. So, Isobel, I'm going to jump to the 70s. Here we are. And the events which led up to the Eurovision entry. So, in the 70s, a plan was published by the Norwegian Water Resources and Energy Directorate that required the construction of a dam and a power plant. Now, this dam would create an artificial lake, and the artificial lake would land right on top of the Sami village of, I'm going to say, Mars, which is M-A-Z-E, but it's got an A with a thing over the top.
Mars.
So the lake would basically flood Mars, destroy a lot of Sami homes, and displace even more Sami after centuries of struggle.
That is literally the storyline of what a villain does in a kid's cartoon. Like, I'm going to build my lake here and just flood this village. I don't go because I got money bags and a big cigar. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So it did create a large popular movement in protest of the dam being built. In 1978, a large group organised to oppose and resist the construction work. The group filed for an injunction to stop the construction, which was denied by the Norwegian government. Of
course it was. Good. Okay, yeah, excellent.
I'm not lifting Isobel's mood. In autumn of 1979, as construction was about to begin, the protesters fought on two fronts. So the first were at the construction site, where activists sat down and blocked the construction machines. And these machines
Good for you.
are like fucking huge. Like, they're big, like heavy machines that they're
scary.
sat in front. Terrifying. At the same time, a group of Sami activists sat outside the Norwegian parliament and began their hunger strike. And it's since the merge in declassified documents that the Norwegian government were preparing to use military force to support the police authorities. And this is against a peaceful movement of people. This was until the Prime Minister realised that was not a good idea, and at the time declared that there would be a review of the decision to construct the dam. So it went back to Parliament, and Parliament decided that it was totally fine to dam the river. So
this is mental. This is like what's happening with the pipeline protests at the moment. This is what's happening with the Dakota pipeline at the moment. This is the same thing.
Protesting.
Like, you're going through people's homes, their land, their livelihoods, and it's just because the government's going to make a ton of money out of it.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, you guys will just go somewhere else. I'll be right, right?
And I swear it's the same thing in that they've gone, oh, yeah, no, we won't do it anymore. And now they're going, oh, no, we will do it. And they'll protest more. And then they go, and the use of military force as well.
Yeah, military force. Yeah, some of the stuff that's happened to these pipeline protests, it's horrendous, the injuries they've had from it.
Yeah.
Christ.
Anyway, back to my story.
You always bring the mood down.
I just need to portray the reality of life, guys.
Oh,
so,
Christ.
Parliament decided it was fine to dam the river, and so in 1981, construction was set to begin. Until more than 1,000 protesters chained themselves to the site.
Yes, you badasses.
In order to counteract this, the government sent 10% of the entire Norwegian police force.
Oh my God.
There were so many that they had to be stationed in a cruise ship just off of the coast, which I think for most of those police force were just like, I'm on a cruise ship, that's fine. I'm fine with being on a cruise ship. Going down the slides, having a swim in the pool, playing table tennis. I've never been on a cruise ship. So 10% of the entire police force. This is mental,
and my mood is
mate, I'm so sorry. Well, let me read on. You know
I hate humans already.
I
Don't
know.
make me hate them.
Let me read on. It was chaos, basically. The central organisations for Sami people who had been, talking to the government, basically discontinued all cooperation with the Norwegian government, and 2 Sami women even travelled all the way to Rome to petition the Pope. It went all the way to the Norwegian...
He's no use, mate.
He's not.
I can tell you that. For now, he's not much use.
It went all the way to the Norwegian Supreme Court, who decided that the dam should be built.
Oh my God!
By this point, resistance was futile. The dam was built. The lake was flooded. And the town of Mars was lost forever. Isabel's looking devastated. So, Isobel, in retrospect, a number of people have said that despite it being an absolutely tragic loss and a devastating thing, there were a number of positives which eventually came out of it. It basically put Sami people and Sami rights back on the map. After all the Norwegianization and the marginalization of the Sami people, the popular uprising against the dam basically made people realize the importance of the Sami culture. In 2005, 95% of the land which had been previously denied to non-Norwegian speakers in the county in northern Norway was given back to the original inhabitants. It also reunited a huge number of different Sami groups who had been torn apart as they had this shared cause. And finally, in 1997, the King of Norway, King Harald V, made an official apology on behalf of the Norwegian government to the Sami people because of the Norwegianization. It said, "The state of Norway was founded on the territory of 2 peoples, the Sami and the Norwegians. Sami history is closely intertwined with Norwegian history. Today we express our regret on behalf of the state for the injustice committed against the Sami people through the harsh policy of Norwegianization. A Sami National Day is celebrated each year on February the 6th.
That's good. I'm still livid.
And that's my story of the Sami people.
Is that your Eurovision story?
Yeah, don't be furious.
What's that got to do with Eurovision, mate?
There's a whole song about the Sami people.
Well, play the bloody song then.
I was already at 1,300 words.
Nice. I'm so sorry, guys.
Hey, don't apologise for me.
I will. I'm going to keep apologising.
Here's the song.
Hey yo lo le lo le lo lo le lo. Hey yo lo le lo le lo lo le lo. Hey yo lo le lo le lo lo le lo. Hey yo lo le lo le lo lo le lo. Hey yo lo le lo le lo lo le lo. Hey yo lo le lo le lo.
So So I forgot to mention as well, this is one of Norway's most famous Eurovision entries.
Yeah, I know it.
And that's the history of it.
Excellent.
That's my Eurovision song.
As a narrative, though, mental. Flip it. Like, play the song first, or end with the song, or sum it. I don't know.
I know. I like the politics. I like the politics.
You are exhausting.
I will do a happy one.
You don't know what I have to put up with.
Will you counter it with a happy one next week?
No, mine's a real tearjerker next week.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? I'll find a happy one. I'll get more information from my anonymous
or
source.
Actually, just link it back to bloody Eurovision.
I did! It's
the Eurovision song! I told you to at the end.
I forgot that bit. I just was too into it. Right, there we go. That's a Sami song from Eurovision 1980 from Norway. It's all fallen apart. It's gone to shit, guys. Sorry. You know what? The only way to pull it back...
with a song.
Hey, oh, Jesus Christ. So Isobel, so now is the time where we listen to some more content generated by me.
So I do nothing this week, apparently.
Jeez. Apart from drop your phone. Oh.
I'm going to keep with me for your song.
No.
I
can turn you down. I'm just going to I got the controls, remember?
I can lean over and do it in your microphone too.
So my song this week. Last week, as we know, it was a lot of words and it was a bit rappy. The words weren't necessarily the most thought through. They were just sort of what came to my head at the time.
What was last week's? It was
called the serious song. I'm serious. Do you remember?
I'm serious. So serious.
Yeah. So there was a serious song, and I feel like it's been a little while since I've done something that's really sort of properly sung and properly sort of written words. So this week I thought I'd employ some of the stuff that I'd learned from A-level English. So I've made a real effort this week to include metaphors and similes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I realise as well that I haven't...
And you're using all your pronouns and nouns and verbs in the right place.
I feel like you're not taking this seriously as well.
I'm serious.
I am. And also I realised I hadn't done like a ballad and a love song.
Oh,
so this week,
because you're all loved up at the moment.
This week I'm doing a ballad, and the ballad is called "How Long Is a Piece of Love."
Oh, I'm gonna vomit into my own face.
Are you ready?
No.
Or should we just not listen to it?
I'll just give it. Oh, if we just don't have to listen to it, I'll give you 5.
No, I want to know.
No, this is a bargain. Okay, this is the bargain. I'm going to give you 5 if we don't have to listen to the song. And you can risk it and maybe get less than that.
I have faith that every song is a 12
okay.
until you say otherwise.
6?
In my head.
I'll give you 6 if we don't listen to it.
In my head, it's a 12.
That's halfway.
No, I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that would be a blot on my record.
I mean, I gave you the option there.
Jesus.
Could have been a 6.
So here we go with the song, How Long Is a Piece of Love?
How long is a piece of love? And does it fly on the wings of a dove? And if my heart skips, then who holds the skipping rope? Let me ask you if distance makes the heart grow fonder. Were we born light years apart? If music's the food of love, then are you a restaurant? These are the questions for the heart. We knew the answers from the start. 'Cause get to know these things are true in the encyclopedia of you. I wanna read your contents page. I wanna look up your appendices and maybe even get to write my name inside your cover. And when we're old and nearly through, I'm gonna hold you and I'll say to you, I'll see you in the library of life. does it fly on the wings of a dove? If my heart skips, then who holds the skipping rope? Let me ask you.
That was How Long Is a Piece of Love by Roland Bodnam. Isobel, I know you're not into ballads and love songs, but I think on a purely technical basis, the writing and the wording of that song was top notch.
You don't get to make those decisions. The melody, like the song, fine.
Cool. What about the metaphors,
Strong.
though? The metaphors.
Oh,
Did you think about those?
Did I think about those?
The metaphors and the similes.
Like you writing inside a girl's cover.
What?
And looking at her appendices. Looking up her appendices.
Yeah, because you look up an appendices.
Oh.
I thought
It's a bit sex pesty.
Is it?
Yeah.
Writing your name in your front cover. It's a bit forceful. With permission. It's consensual. Like, can I? Like, that's a metaphor for getting married.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a bit possessive, isn't it? I might change that lyric. There's room for.
Roland made a rapey song.
No, it's not a rapey song. How long is a piece of love? Oh, I love my favourite one is If My Heart Skips, who holds the skipping?
Yeah, it's grim. That's grim, that, mate. Again, that's one of those songs that if it was sung in, like, if that was sung in Dutch, I'd be like, oh, this is quite fun enough. Like, have a little, it's okay, just have a little boogie. Like, move my shoulders around a little bit to this.
Yeah,
and then as soon as you look at what the lyrics actually are, you're like, no.
It had been, I think, here's the thing, right? It'd been a while, I hadn't done really a love song. I think it's been building inside me. And I feel like this.
I think it's been building inside you since you hit puberty.
And so like I broke the seal. Like it all came out at once. I feel like now I'll be able to.
Everything you say is disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
Honest to God, it is. I said it the other day on Twitter, and I mean it. You are Tobias Funke in every sense.
I feel like you and I. We're probably just going to have to agree to disagree with this one because
I'm pretty sure I'm the judge, so everyone has to agree with me. I'm judgy. I'm judgy wudgy.
Yeah, you're
Judgy wudgy was a bear.
Oh, that's cute. I can go with that.
I'm a cute judgy bear.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm all right with that then.
Exactly.
So you've given your analysis.
If you sang it in a foreign language...
Shit, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should just translate it directly. Should I do it now? I won't do it now.
Do it for another one, though.
Okay.
We'll do it for the special, and we're going to do a special that has all the songs.
Yeah, I could do some...
Because you need to redo your...
Yeah, you know what?
Eurogirl one at some point.
For my special ones, I will do like my make good songs, where I'll make two of them good.
So this is a make good, okay? That's another task.
Another language.
Sing this in another language, and I could see this getting up to the heavy heights of 9.
Woo, that's high.
Right.
It does sound like it's been translated from another language into English through Google Translate.
That's what I mean. Shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah.
So,
if this was sung in another language, you could reach. I think you could get a 9.
Hell, that's all right. It would have to
As
fit.
it's in English.
Okay.
And it's a reet mess.
What score would you give it?
4.
And to be honest,
Catcher.
it's better than what I thought I was going to get from it.
Yeah, I like the tune.
Okay, I'd worked quite hard on the tune.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
Thanks,
I got quite into that.
Thanks.
Rest of it though,
yeah.
nah.
I think I did go a little bit overboard.
Skipping rope. For me, that's not for you. Anyway, that's not overboard. Like I fully expect that from you. That is exactly what I expect to come out of your brain. I'm surprised it hasn't come out sooner.
I think I've been holding it.
At least if you're putting it into Eurovision songs, you won't say it to women.
That's from life experience. I've already done it. Let me write my name in your front cover.
No.
So there we go. That's a 4. Not quite the dizzying heights of a 9 or even an 11, but there's work to be done.
Just go back to the good old days of dance music, mate.
I know. I've got to do a few. I can't do all dance numbers though. The people will get bored.
I won't.
No, I know.
And I'm the most important one.
So before we go, we didn't mention it at the start, but please do. We love hearing from you, and we've been getting even more and more listeners from Sweden. So
yeah, just Sweden. So the rest of you, buck your ideas up, mate. Pass this on to some other people.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, Swedes are still our favourites.
They're bossing it.
And we will continue to judge people in that way.
We still don't know why. So
No clue.
if anyone would like to give us a clue, you can get in touch with us through 3 different methods. You can email us at europhoriapodcast@gmail.com.
You can follow us on Twitter or tweet us at EurophoriaCast. Couldn't fit the whole word in there.
No, too long for a tweet.
But on Instagram, we're back to Europhoria Podcast on that.
Yeah.
So you can follow us on Instagram too. And yeah, just have a natter. Just come and say hi.
Most of the time we're
Give
just
us a
waiting
tweet.
for someone to
Just
message
sitting
or
at
say hi.
home, waiting for something to happen with the podcast. And we're getting closer to Eurovision now as well. Things are going to get very exciting because we're going to have a few little changes around in terms of format as we get closer to the big day, because obviously we have to.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have some guest hosts on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good. So you better keep listening, otherwise you're gonna miss out. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
So it's going to be very exciting. So please do keep tuned. So thank you everyone for listening, and be sure to tune in next week. And to round up the podcast, as we always say, how long is a piece of love?
Getting shorter by the day with you, mate.
Well, while it's still there, thank you guys for listening, and goodbye.